Two people can eat the exact same amount of iron on paper and absorb completely different amounts in real life. Same number on the label, totally different results. And it all comes down to how you eat it. Here's why. And this matters more than people think. Iron deficiency is the most common nutrient deficiency in the world, and left long enough it can develop into iron deficiency anemia. Now, I'm a dietitian, so diagnosing that is your doctor's job, not mine. What I can help with is the food side, because here's the key thing most people miss. The amount of iron on the nutrition label isn't the amount your body actually gets. Two foods can show the exact same amount of iron, but how much you truly absorb can be completely different. Nutrition scientists call this bioavailability. Now, the good news, especially if most of your iron comes from plants, is that bioavailability is something you can influence. So your body sees iron in two forms and it treats them very differently. The first is heme iron. It only comes from animal foods, meat, fish and poultry. It's highly absorbable, so it more or less goes straight in. The second is non-heme iron, found in plants and fortified foods, beans, lentils, tofu, seeds and cereals. This is the fussy one. Its absorption is lower and it changes a lot depending on what else you eat. Now, if you eat a little or no meat, most of your iron is non-heme. That might sound like a problem, but it's actually an opportunity, because non-heme iron is the kind you can influence. So how do you get more of it in? If there's one thing worth remembering from this whole video, is vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid. In the same meal, it helps convert non-heme iron into a form your body absorbs more easily. And it's simple: squeeze some lemon over your lentils, add some red pepper to your beans, tomatoes, citrus fruits, strawberries, broccoli. Now I want to be honest with you, because you'll see big claims online. In a single meal, yes, vitamin C can make a real difference, but across your whole day, the effect is smaller. So you're not going to double your iron overnight. You're simply giving yourself a better chance every time you eat. A little bit of meat, fish or poultry in a meal also leaves the non-heme iron from the plant sitting right next to it. So beans with a bit of chicken beat plain beans, at least when it comes to iron. Of course, a few things can get in the way too, but don't worry, you don't have to cut any of them out. Most of it comes down to timing. The first one catches a lot of people by surprise: tea and coffee. They contain tannins, a type of polyphenol that binds to iron and reduces its absorption. So just have them between meals instead of with your iron-rich meal. Give it about an hour after you eat. Next, and this is where it gets a little confusing, some of the healthiest plant foods like beans, grains and seeds also contain phytates or phytic acid, which can bind to iron. But here's the good news: you don't need supplements or anything fancy. Simple kitchen habits like soaking beans or eating sourdough bread and fermented soy foods can improve iron absorption. And one last thing, calcium. A large amount of calcium can reduce iron absorption in that meal, but over the long run, in a normal diet, it doesn't seem to have much effect on your iron status. So don't be afraid of milk or yogurt. The only time it's worth paying attention is if you're actively trying to raise low iron levels. In that case, just keep your biggest calcium-rich foods, like a large glass of milk, at a different meal from your main iron-rich meal. Okay, let's put it all together into one simple plate. Start with your iron source: lentils, beans, tofu, or maybe some meat or fish. Add a source of vitamin C in the same meal. If your iron comes from plants, a little prep like soaking beans or choosing sourdough can help. Then just keep your tea, coffee, and your biggest calcium-rich foods for another time of day. That's it. One iron source, one vitamin C partner, a little prep, and smart timing. So here's the takeaway: iron isn't just about what you eat, it's about what your body actually absorbs. And most of the time, the difference comes down to small things: a squeeze of lemon, waiting an hour before your coffee, pairing the right foods together, tiny habits that add up over time. That's how iron smart eating works. Now, food is only one piece of the puzzle. If you have iron deficiency or anemia, there's something to discuss with your doctor. But if this video helped, stick around. Next time, we'll build real iron smart meals step by step. See you there.